Hey guys, hope your weekend was pretty good. I mean, you guys are in quarantine, so I don't know what you guys would do, but while I've been here, I've been working on some things. And while I've been working on some things, I've been thinking about the concept of tragedies. Okay? Now, I've been thinking about the concept of tragedies both in like a real life circumstance, but also in terms of like narrative archetypes. Okay? So when we're talking about like real life tragedies, we're talking about unfortunate events that occur. You know, it's tragic, it happens. Hopefully we move on. Now, in terms of Shakespeare, he's kind of one of the people that really nailed down the archetype of tragedies. And we see that in Romeo and Juliet. Okay? So if we're talking specifics, Romeo and Juliet, the type of tragedy archetype it is would be what I would just call maybe star-crossed lovers. Okay? Now, actually the phrase star-crossed lovers came from Shakespeare himself I believe in Romeo and Juliet. I might be wrong, but I think he came up with that phrase. Okay, one second. So, star-crossed lover tragedy, or that archetype of story, this is how it typically goes. There's something that two lovers, okay, in this case Romeo and Juliet, there's something about them that makes it so that they're not really meant to be with one another. Whether it's where or when they were born, maybe where they are in a geographic location, or maybe there's something that's like innately inside of them that makes them not belong together. Okay. Now, this concept of star-crossed lovers is a tragedy because, like in Romeo and Juliet, the two people involved eventually end up dying. I mean, in this case, it's a miscommunication that's gone wrong to the greatest degree you can say. Okay, so two people who are not meant to be together falls in love. By the end, they're essentially punished, and they both die. One second. Now, you might be wondering, who's punishing these young lovers? You might be thinking, all right, who's punishing them? Is it society? A little bit, in case of Romeo and Juliet, but really, at the end of it, it's not society. Okay? It's not really society that's really deciding whether they or not they should be together. Okay? Who is deciding is right in the name of the archetype itself. Okay? Star-crossed lovers. Now, in medieval times, or in at least Elizabethan times, and even today, we have something called astrology, essentially saying that the alignment of the stars when you were born or today, however the stars are aligned, will decide your fate. This is a huge, huge theme in a lot of Shakespeare's plays. Fate. What fate will allow you to do and will not allow you to do. That's a huge, huge theme that is intertwined in all of his plays. Okay? Now, you might be thinking, why is Mr. Kim stacking this giant tower of furniture? Okay. Now, what I want to do right now is I want to prove that, often tragedies will deal you a bad hand, but unlike Romeo and Juliet, fate in real life is not really a thing. Okay. I truly believe that even if you're dealt a bad hand, you can overcome the tragedies that happen and make it a happy ending. Okay. So I think let's maybe adjust this a little bit so it's a little bit safer. Hold on. Put you here. Maybe put you right here. That looks pretty safe, hey? Okay. Now, sometimes they say not to tempt fate, but I just want to show you guys that, you know, sometimes it's a little, things are a little bit different with it, you know? Ah!